Ladies and
Reserve
gentlemen,
time.
welcome. My name is Drag and Drop, and this is the Epicenter SEA Qualifiers. We're here in a low bracket match between Towering and Rave. Both of these teams, maybe not met with the most success. We've seen Towering drop 2-0 up against TNC, and Rave they lost 2-0 against MVP Phoenix. So now it means one of these teams will already be going home or staying home. I'm not playing in a tournament anymore. That's my point. Low bracket match, bracket best of 3. The winner will play up against TNC again. So Towering might have a chance for revenge here if Rave don't take this game off of them.
Dire team ban.
Oh wait, Mineski is their opponent. Yeah, the wrong place in the bracket, but hey, still. Some ways to go for these teams. My name is Drag and Drop. I'm joined by Modpax. Happy to bring you this game. Modpax, how are you doing?
10
I am
seconds
just
remaining.
fantastic. It is early, but it's okay because everything's fine.
Radiant
The
team
SEA
ban.
Dota coming my way, and it's lower bracket. I mean, I love the lower bracket. That's when things get fun. That's when things get interesting. That's when you never know what is going to happen because we're just rocking through some Epicenter qualifiers. I think people are starting to get a little bit hyped up about this
10
tournament. You know,
seconds remaining.
maybe one of these spots where you might see a couple new squads for the first time.
5
I mean, things
seconds
about to
remaining.
get a little bit crazy.
Yeah.
There's plenty of chaos currently in the
Reserve
Dota
time.
scene. I'm pretty excited just to actually watch some games.
Well, plenty of chaos, but there's still plenty of games
Reserve
being
time.
played right now.
Dire team
Especially in
ban.
the Epicenter. CA stuff that we've been getting, but yeah. We've got Towering versus Rave. A little bit slow on the bands, yeah, maybe. So really looking to think of a strat that is maybe the early game advantage
10
here in this game
seconds
one.
remaining.
Being sure to start off into the series with a comfortable
5
draft,
seconds
maybe.
remaining.
Yeah, I think Rave are kind of doing that same thing previously, where they banning a Sven.
Radiant
I believe it was
team
them who had
pick.
kind of an odd first ban last time too. A couple teams doing this kind of stuff. I think they first pick lately, where it's like Sven. I don't think you really care if someone grabs Sven in the first phase, but you're leaving, like, let's say they want to grab like the Nature's Prophet right now, and then they get 2 picks for tearing, and there's still gonna be something nice and juicy left for Vengeful Spirit, of course. Also
Dire
another way to go.
team
This way you
pick.
can be a little bit more reactionary as well when you open with the Venge versus like the Nature's Prophet.
Yep. Eventually, such a versatile pick that's never a bad first pick in my eyes. I mean, except if you want to grab the OD really, really badly for a mid, which is still in the pool actually, so I wouldn't be too surprised to see Towering pick that up now. Alongside maybe some of these other popular supports
10
like Lion,
seconds
or maybe
remaining.
a bit old school these days, actually, with the
5
Oracle, making sure the OD
remaining.
stays live and keeps right-clicking during team fights. Or Faceless Void, some of these
Reserve
more
time.
popular heroes this patch that haven't been
Yeah, I
banned
know
out yet.
they do love their Darkseer for tearing, so I wouldn't be too surprised if they grab that. That kind of might be the play, honestly. Either the Darkseer and it was them who did the they had the Darkseer and Batrider because they did Yamate with the mid. Like, okay, so they go with the Beastmaster now. I wonder if they're still considering like mid Bat and Beastmaster this year. Their mids. What are their other mid heroes? They've been a little bit of an interesting squad coming out lately. You know, they had the Alp mid the other day. That was fun.
Oh yeah, that's like old school stuff. Like it can still work. Alchemist still here. That's it's not easy to play by any means. Sure, you get a lot of
remaining.
gold, but there's
It was
only
painful.
some ways.
5
Yeah,
seconds remaining.
there's some ways that you can have an impact, and if you don't, then well, if the rest of your team dies
Reserve
because it's falling
time.
behind, then your gold advantage doesn't really matter. So let's see it again here. Who knows? But it's gonna be the Invoker. So a bit
Radiant
more
team
standard
pick.
here. There's a damage potential coming out of the middle lane, control from the off lane, control and push as well from both of these heroes. As solid as it gets in my eyes. It still leaves maybe the OD or Death Prophet, some of these other strong mids for Team Rave, or maybe the Zeus if they have maybe a bit less of a laning stage potential, but more team
10
fight, more global
seconds
potential later
remaining.
down the line.
Yeah, and with
5
him
seconds
snagged up, then
remaining.
it's okay. They're gonna go
Oh, they do
straight to
that,
the
yeah.
PL counter.
team
Yeah.
ban.
Yeah. All Right.
Lots of big heroes still left then, though. Like the OD you talked about, Nature's Prophet still in the pool. The Darkseer's still there. If
Dire
Rave
team
are interested in
back.
having that for themselves, just for their own offlaner. I'm sure they'll take Nature's Prophet if it still remains. They're even banning out the Ember, of course, a pretty classic PL counter, but it does double up against that Nature's Prophet. And what's up? So the Chad,
10
no
seconds
real
remaining.
counters yet to that mega kind of push style. Our Lion's still in the
5
pool.
seconds
Lots of these
remaining.
big heroes still remaining.
It's been interesting to see with these bands coming out with the Sven as well as the
Reserve
Ember. Obviously, it makes sense if you have Phantom Lance already picked up. You don't want to have a lot of cleave up against you, especially not the Ember Spirit. Benefiting so much the more units are there up against them, obviously. Not as good as people think, I've heard,
Radiant team
stats-wise, up
back.
against the Phantom Lancer. Of a really late game counter. These days, the games rarely go this far, but we shall see as the Bad Riders being banned out, so Tarring don't want to give them that solid
10
laner, that
seconds
the guy who
remaining.
can always return to jungle if the lane is impossible for him and
5
get his level
seconds
that way.
remaining.
I want to give that to him. Over to Rave with that
Dire
single
team
tile
back.
initiation potential, setting up for maybe Phantom Lance grabbing some easy kills.
Wow, this is kind of scary. They could grab OD here, and one of the big things with OD that you'll see a lot of teams do is the draft gets a little bit unique if they want to grab a lot of attack speed for
10
an OD.
seconds
Like we've
remaining.
seen some safe lane Legion commanders just to give him buffs. We've seen
5
over
seconds
Magi
remaining.
coming out to be with the OD and give him the Bloodlust. And right now they have Beastmaster Aura, and they could even be looking into
Reserve
the
time.
Alacrity right now. It would be pretty scary, I think. And they'll even ban the Brood, so whoever's in the
Dire
safe lane, be
team
it like
pick.
the Drow, be a pretty big opener for them too, because you don't want Brood up against your Drow, obviously. That's like the case scenario for a Brood, I think. I kind of like the fact that, like, Tearing, with the way that the bans have gone so far, I think the first pick in this phase is going to be really huge. Like, they could go OD, Nature's Prophet. They have a lot of choice here.
We can still be running that one position, as I said, so it's...
10
They already
seconds
have the
remaining.
Beastmaster with the Inner Beast Aura for the attack speed, so you don't necessarily need to
5
go
seconds remaining.
commit heavily if you really want to have that attack speed. You don't have to commit heavily
Reserve
to
time.
Moonshard or something like that. But you already have some extra potential coming from that alone. But they also have to start looking at the sports here. You mentioned Lion earlier. Definitely wouldn't be a bad one here. A bit of AoE lockdown for the Phantom Lancer. Earthshake would also still be in the pool. These classic counters to that PL, making sure that he regrets having a lot of illusions being spawned. Earthshake also one of these heroes that can rotate into the mid lane early, and I do assume because it's SE8, it's gonna be a mid Phantom Lancer, right?
Yeah, for sure. The best counter up against the Invoker,
Radiant
and
team pick.
Lion, the go-to support lately when it comes to these more slippery and annoying heroes. Because they will get their
Dire
treasured
team
Nature's
pick.
Prophet. That's shocking they got Nature's Prophet second phase, honestly. Like, their most picked offlaner, I believe, so far since the team has reformed. So it's pretty surprising they'll grab that late. I'm sure they're very happy with it.
Yep.
They're actually on a little bit of a slide right now, Rave. They opened up really strong when they first did come back, couple win streaks, but coming in now, like the past 8 days, they lost
10
MVP Nix
seconds
twice.
remaining.
They then lost to Fnatic twice, and then they lost to Naz
5
Nidogan yet.
seconds remaining.
Drow
The
Ranger.
team I have never heard of. I don't recognize any of those players.
Team pick.
So,
Yeah.
not going too well. There's that Drow though, and hence that that Brood ban kind of triggering it there. So I'm sure Rave are kind of thinking about, like, I know they pick Brood like kind of on Rave, but I mean, you gotta watch out for that Drow.
Yep. In right now, I mean, no. Rave still have 2 picks to deal with it. They also have decent heroes dealing up against the Nature's Prophet
10
can TP right on
seconds
top.
remaining.
Witch
Or
Doctor.
close in any case. When Build
Dire
can kind of
team
swap out,
back.
put Drow into a bad position. Phantom Lancer can kind of charge in if the gas is on cooldown, or if Drow isn't quick enough with throwing that one out. It's... how do you feel the Drow will fare, actually? I mean, obviously you're
10
gonna get a
seconds
lot of
remaining.
extra damage to the Invoker as well.
5 seconds
I'm-
remaining.
Kind of wondering, like, I think it'd be kind of cool if they sent the PL top
Reserve time.
and went aggro up against the Drow. That would catch Tearing off guard, I think. even though the PL is so good against mid, if you send him top, he'll just absolutely crush a Drow Ranger plus a Lion. Like, Lion's just such a weak support early, and you do pick PL to kind of dominate the lane. At least lately, that's kind of his whole shtick. Like, yeah, he won't get the bottle as much, so it's a little bit harder, but I don't know, that'd be pretty sick. But more than likely, they're still going to say it. I think it'd just be kind of an interesting they wanted to try. But they definitely want something. I think that they can go aggro. Like, why wouldn't you go shut down this Drow? They have a Lion, you have a Vengeful Spirit and a Witch. Maybe they should be going aggressive. And so you're probably looking for... Oh, look, they think it was going to be super greed with the support Beastmaster as a possibility.
Yeah. Yeah. If you look at Rave, Witch Doctor not necessarily known as the most aggressive hero on tri lanes, but if you have a Vengeful Spirit, kind of stapling it all together, being in front lines, maybe in that core position, close to the creep wave, able to initiate always, then your supports can be a bit safer and can still follow up after that and still go for or else you go for maybe just something like a Rubik. Just add some extra lockdown, extra burst damage for aggro tries.
Oh,
or you go for classic carry.
The Venge?
Yeah. You can still go Rave King here or something like that, right? No, Rave King would do that. Yeah, Gyro would be much better. Or Juggernaut, yeah. Huh.
I mean, they do have the Nature's Prophet, so they don't necessarily have to go aggro. Like, he's going to do really well up into the line. Just to watch the Enigma rotating in. He can probably bully down the Drow at least a bit early, and then maybe there'll be a rotation to help him. But I still like going aggro. Probably dodge on the side of tearing, though.
Yeah. I think left it was Rave go aggro. I mean, what's Tauren going to do? Lion, not exactly all that good up against tri lanes early on, unless you had, like, beautiful Earth Spikes every single time. Drow Ranger, not the best laner either. Enigma's gonna be in a jungle, gonna be farming that one up. Beastmaster in the offlane. Nature's Prophet should be able to deal with him decently well, despite the war. I mean, you have your own summons to rest back. So, the only thing that Rave really had to be worried about is some good Sunstrikes kind of messing up your math.
Pretty much. But let's see. Immediate pause. Come on. I'm excited to see where they want to go with this.
People disconnecting here as we head into our first game of this first best of 3. The Epicenter SEA Qualifiers. My name is DragonDrop. I'm joined by Marpax. This is Rave versus Towering. A lower bracket match, mind you. So if you lose this one, you're out. It's just it's the cruel world of Dota sometimes. Waiting for both teams to have all the players reconnect and then we can get right into this game. The lanes are, at least for Towering, they're kind of set, right? Invoker's gonna be mid, Beastmaster gonna be in that offlane position. We've got Enigma in the jungle and then Drow trying to farm up to safe lane with the line support. And we've also been talking about Rave's laning potential, or laning possibilities.
Yeah, have they started running up top yet or anything? No, not quite.
The courier? I haven't seen that one before.
On the side of Rave, the two guys carrying it?
Yeah.
That was pretty awesome.
Yeah, that one is really cool. Excellent sponsorship league, nice. Oh yeah, game starts. Let's take a quick look at the lineups. Starting with Ice, here playing for Towering. On that line up top we have Sionix on the 1-position Drow Ranger. We've got Enigma in the jungle, played by Ling. In the mid lane it's going to be Invoker, played by Yamate, and the off lane is going to be taken over by NJ, playing that Beastmaster.
Alright, well for Rave, KO. Over to the SEA region on the Juggernaut, going out of what appears to be the aggro try that we kind of suspect here. Oh, I hate that bug.
I know.
Envy on the Venge, Derp, aka Ninja Boogie. Derp gonna be on the Witch Doctor, Rior on your PL, and then Rappy on the Nature's Prophet.
Be there already spamming trains out as you would expect, but I mean, looks like we might see this aggro try coming out with Lee and Jay are making their way to the top lane here, wanting to secure the top rune. But the question is Towering gonna dodge? Can they dodge? I mean, where would that put the Enigma? It's...
Yeah, he can't aggro jungle as well as like an Enchantress or a Chen can, so... It looks like they're well aware of what's going to be happening just by the way the Beastmaster, like his items definitely, he's going one-on-one against the Nature's Prophet, so they're aware of what's coming towards them. It can be really scary. It's only the Salve and the 4 tangos on the Drow. Per usual, 4 tangos up the Lion. He's going to be having himself a pretty busy time. I love this. They got the right idea with that ward block, though. Make sure that they wouldn't have anything to pull into for the aggro try.
Make sure to take that at least out of the picture and issue of lane, control of the lane, right? That's the most important part, especially if you don't have the best defensive setup to be able to fight into them. Just make sure that you're always last hitting on the tower, pretty damn close to the tower over here. Make sure to not have the small creep camp full contested or something like that. Maybe get caught out there. And then all you need to do is wait for some Enigma rotations perhaps. Coming in, catching Rave off guard, and then you can salvage that lane a little bit. Let's talk a bit about this mid matchup. Phantom Lancer versus Invoker is something that has come out of the SAA scene that is rapidly spread though as an idea to other scenes. What makes this matchup so good for the Phantom Lancer?
It just has so many benefits where it's just like, Invoker doesn't go for the runes, so they're kind of free for you. If anyone tries to rotate in and kill you, you're just gonna doppelganger and run away. I like never see PLs die mid. It is so rare. It just seems like they're just untouchable. And then with the way bottle, obviously having your bottle and just either bottle crowing or having supports TP in, you just non-stop spam that Spirit Lance, and of course not gonna have any way to dodge that very easily, so
30 seconds to battle.
it's just like what could possibly go wrong? It's so good.
These some things, all the spam potential, the sustain, and the escape potentials. Technically, all you need as a mid hero, right? But the downside is that you can't really use your lance to farm if you want to rest with it. Kind of offset also by the high right click damage that he has. He's always going to be able to contest and deny up against Invoke as well if he is in position to go up to the creep wave without fearing for his life. Now the first blood being spilled, and that's gonna be the ball going down, which is 60 experience for the Nature's Prophet, so
Big win.
be careful. Yeah, I mean that's a lot of XP early on. There's so much. Almost a bounty rune.
Alright, well, it looks like they have swapped it up, so knowing what's happening and not too shocking here, running down against the Nature's Prophet. Now it'll be interesting to see if there's any sort of rotation that ends up coming out from Rave, as they have brought the Enigma down. Things are about to get pretty wacky down here in the bottom.
Yeah. I see some musical lanes. I've seen a game once where there was an anti-mage involved and a couple of other heroes, but the point is they were dodging lanes left, right, and center. The first 10 minutes, every 1.5 minutes or so, they were just swapping lanes, just trying to make sure they get their carries at a matchup. Quite fun to watch. You might see this dissolve into something similar, but right now it's these dual lanes coming out from Rave. They take care of these islands, which is a decent chunk of gold as well, and now Enigma can really farm up himself into this aggro jungle position. It's not like Drow Ranger up against Nature's Prophet is necessarily a bad matchup for the Prophet, right? I mean, if you have treants, you can just spam these out, so, put them on a Drow. And,
oh yeah.
The tourists are quite nicely as well.
Yeah, honestly, Jo is gonna have a pretty good time up top as well. I wouldn't be too surprised if Derp made a rotation down. Like maybe they get some decent control over their lane. Like you can see Ninja Boogie's making sure they do with the small camp. He's pinging out that they don't have the hard camp up top, so Derp unable to help out here and try and get some control back on that lane.
Try to deal with these creep wave now. Bit of a pull over here. See one of these dire creep waves already down here that should give them extra momentum. This lane, which obviously Rave doesn't really want to have happen, or free or easy CS for the Drow Ranger, I should say. So far they're doing a good job keeping her up in terms of the last hit, but obviously much harder than this for Jo here in this position, especially with the help that he's had from Derp, and he's making his way up top, making sure that this Juggernaut is having a good time. But mid lane now, might see a rotation onto Yamate. Envy with a smoke here, they're gonna go on in with the lance, wells to rush, follow-up stun, and this should be the first blood, especially with Rappy teleporting in here. Sunstrike comes out, actually brings Ryo quite low. low enough. First blood's still gonna go their way. Force were just not strong enough to make a trade out of it.
Radiant's bottom tower.
You know, that's all
is
it takes,
under
right?
attack.
That one rotation, the slow helping out so much there. Kind of got everything, and they did have to TP mid as well with Rafi, so missing out quite a bit. Oh, he's gonna run right into all these Eidolons.
Oh wow. So be
Nice
careful with that.
knock-on
And now
position,
I
stuns.
get it across. Ah, not quite the right angle. NB still in position here, takes a bit of harassment from these Eidolons and the big Enigmas, illusions. Now the treants are here to save the day. Nice. Well, look at also the cast. NB has another stun available as well. You can just get in range of it now. After Ice's Earth Spike here, there it is. They couple extra right clicks, but it's a annoying position to try and deal with. But they will harass him out far enough that he'll have to chew on the rest of his tangos if he wants to survive much longer.
Alright, well now we're getting a little bit more of this balance we were looking at here with the both supports down up against the Drow Ranger. Juggernaut will be left to his own devices up top versus Ninja Boogie, but he's, Ninja Boogie. I saw NJ get a little bit confused there. Up against NJ, and what it just means is that he's got the healing ward. Now the boar is pretty good for that, in terms of just like running past and getting it, but if he ever does get low, it's there, and see that NJ is already falling behind in terms of the levels. About half. Oh, actually, he's caught up now because the wait was a little bit delayed. But either way, if you're the solo safe laner, quote unquote, he had plenty of support from the Witch Doctor, so I'm sure he's still happy that they're tied.
Speaking of the Witch Doctor, he got himself yet another free Eidolon.
And I'm taking
Enigma?
again in trouble. Mid.
God. They're gonna go again. Bit of help from NB. Ryo with the aggressive double walk. It's the last right click in. That's what you were talking about. There's 3 points up from the Lance now, ability to spam it out with the bottle, doing Yamate low every single time, and then all it takes is one rotation. I mean, the first one was set up by a smoke gang, so this ward actually not helping out Yamate as much as he wanted it to. That's why he was playing so aggressively, but this time maybe a bit less excusable, being so far forward.
I think just the best part about this matchup too is that the Invoker always dies, like almost always, in the first 5 minutes, once or twice as you just saw. And it makes it so much harder to go for that Midas that every single Invoker always wants, obviously for the levels and for heading into your Aghanim Scepter, but it's, without it, like, they feel more pressure to get something like the Athos or just drums into, like, an Orchid or something like that, or obviously with the Quest X Sword, it'll probably just be, like, drums and sometimes even a Blink. Like, you might not always see the Midas, and if you do, it takes up to, like, 15 minutes to get it.
Orlando gonna maybe go on Derp. He was stealing some of these last hits here that Ling was going for, but Ice setting up for stun, not quite pulled the trigger just yet. That could have been an easy kill. They had got that off with Drow Ranger right next to them there. Quite with level 6 yet though, so the big damage is still missing from the Drow, but meanwhile top, Ninja Boogie, he's playing the roaming bench style. Quite fun to watch, you're just looking for opportunities anywhere on the map, has been successful in mid, and now NJ, he's just running right into him, he is stunned, comes out, JO's there, does not have the Omni Slash, need a bit of extra help, and that's gonna come from Rafi, gets the Sprout up, but that'll be eaten through. NJ will be able to survive this one.
Bring up the prop though, and obviously only the 1 point in the axe is kind of standard build these days. They really want to apply this pressure, I think. Rafi's already got a TP though, so he might head home and get ready to head back and defend his bottom, because the push has arrived. Drow Ranger not really shut down. Going aggro, having Enigma there. He's not as far as maybe you'd like your Enigma to be, but he's certainly not behind. Like, not too poorly.
I mean, sometimes you see Enigmas already with level 6, level 7 by this point in the game if they have complete free farm in the jungle. Obviously, it's not gonna be as easy if you go aggro jungle like that. And yeah, they haven't really died down here. And might get a kill themselves here. Derp caught with a cold snap in the back, the Amate's rotation in. You can enough to bring him down here with the fortress. It's not quite here.
Oh, really?
7 HP.
Oh, come on. You said the forge thing. That was really weird.
That was a free kill. I don't know.
Did he even have tangos? He had one. He had no tangos. Alright. Alright, Yamate, please. That is, like, not okay.
But that's when you play Deus Ex, you get this merciful soul achievement for not killing anyone. Right. Mid lane though, Yamate, well, they're not gonna be as understanding here against the Rave down here. Take it a little bit longer here, Rafi coming quite low. Now with the Enigma coming in as well, extra right clicks, he will be also falling here. Lion also down a little bit earlier. Taking a 3-for-1 trade at the end of the day, so...
Man, Rear is
Picking up
so
the...
rich.
Oh yeah.
He's already at
most lasted.
4,200.
He has 4 kills. On his mid-Pantalizer. Showing us what this series can do in this position.
Radiant's bottom
You can start moving into those boots, like the boost of travel soon too. I think that should definitely be his item to this game.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
What's the trade-off? Down here in the bottom lane, got Sionix kind of split pushing a little bit here, putting on pressure on tier 2. He could have actually gotten a couple of right clicks off perhaps with that ultimate as well.
The roar on Reor. Sunstrike.
Oh. It'd be a big kill if they could get it here, but stick charges, doppelganger.
PL.
It's kinda hard, down to the low ground. Now the Omni Slash comes out. Hits a couple of times on the Jay, a couple of extra right clicks will do the trick. Raya, he will survive. Bye.
What a hero.
Man.
Almost
like
got his bots now too, thanks for the assist.
It's like the new Ember Spirit. I mean, Bottle, Aquila, Boots of Travel, Unkillable.
Yeah, pretty much. Except he can crush an Invoker mid.
Yeah.
He's got everything going for him. Now, you can see the pings coming out here from the Witch Doctor, like, hey, if you're out by the Ancients, we keep an eye that Roshan, so nice big way they can get back into this game. They're not too crazy far behind, it is 3k.
Yeah.
Mostly just over the past couple of minutes though in that like mid-engagement.
These skills definitely adding a lot to the tally. In terms of gold as well as experience here, about 1,000 only in favor of Rave, but obviously these towers making quite a big impact as well. Already having lost a tier 1 mid as well as top. Well, it just puts a bullseye on this tier 1 tower in bottom lane, so I wouldn't be too surprised. See Rave put on pressure there now. Try to take that map control away from tower main. It's that much harder to go for the Roshan. Got Jail down here now, popping up. He has the face boots going to drops with Brace already. Actually, yeah, he has the robe of the Magi, correct? All he needs now is the recipe, which he almost has, and yeah, we should see similar things soon for the Draw Ranger. We could go up top, pump some extra items, complete the Helmets of Dominator. Now we still have Ben J here. He's level 8, so in terms of levels, that's more than you sometimes see from Beastmasters in the offlane. Obviously, being in the safe lane, it's a bit easier to get. But can they really make use of that? I mean, the first roll that we've seen has ended up being ineffective.
It was close. Maybe once Ice is finger, it'll be easier.
In trouble here. Is that Coldstone? The Sunstrike will connect here. Coldstone just keeping him in place, but now Ice being able to stay alive is just the couple of illusions that Ryan sent his way.
A little bit of a, gold exchange coming back their way, but those boots of travel are now up. Now bottom lane, they're on the drow.
Yep. They got to put the spin here, the cast is bouncing back, Black Bull's over, the spin is still going, Drow is dead, the step from the outside link will get brought down. NJ, he comes in, he gets a roar off the into which he might fall, but NJ should as well. They've got Meldic top of Ryers there, throws on one more lance, Yamate with the cast as well, the other slash comes down, nothing to bounce into. But now Jay might still die for as there it is into tower shots. No one's getting the XP from there. Ice coming back in as well, right? They can just turn us around with another lance, but they have to deal with these force spirits first. And doing a decent amount of damage at this stage in the game, so... I don't know, still really questioning that continued TP from the Beastmaster kind of feeding himself away.
Yeah, it did kind of work out though, I guess, like, some ways, but
yeah.
They certainly came out on top still for Rave, losing the Invoker, losing the Drow, losing the Enigma, losing the Beastmaster. It was,
losing that Black Hole as well. I mean, it's 2 minutes now, 1 or 2 minutes where Rave don't have to worry about that. They want to push again.
Yeah, and that's also a little bit of a threat they'd be missing, like, kind of around the Roshan pit as well. They will have the Necro book up here soon for the Beastmaster, but they're gonna smoke up before that, but there's a ward. That tree line, I'm not sure what that actually sees. It does see that full thing. Okay, so they're fully where they just smoked. So they know they're in the roach pit.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Contested though, I mean, they have J here, there's no Omni Slash either, so that has been used. They have another depth ward, they have Nature's Prophet also in a little bit, but this Roshan is spawning pretty damn quickly. They didn't know, they just didn't feel they could contest. Yeah, well, 3 ages. Always nice for Tarring to come back into the game a little bit earlier. Now that nicely deny on the double damage tune. Djibouti will please get the creep, maybe? There it is. 76 extra gold for the Vengeful Spirit. And now Rave then faced by extra life from Towering. They want to put on more pressure on the tier 1 tower. It's been dropped fairly low. Now Rapid coming into the side. Another TP in the right. They actually can jump plate with the stun as well. Here need a bit more damage. He's going to be Jail coming in that one as well. Being focused in Yamati, not quite enough to bring him down. He will stay alive. Maybe that's lucky and takes so much extra damage now. The only frontline takes but an extra ranking from that is everyone else is still alive from Rave apart from the Vengeful Spirit. Now time to start to run away perhaps. Sionix, well, he's actually dropping quite low. Still some Malithus on top of him. Or Maledict in this case. Both spells in the same game. It's kind of hard to keep track of. So yeah.
Is under attack.
Towering 1-for-1 trade in the end? Looks like it, yeah.
I think Rior had a fuse blade or something, the way he was shredding them apart.
Yeah. So much damage being done with Sample Lancer. He's getting close to this fuse blade, right? He already has Blade of Alacrity. After the Woods of Travel for that.
And they're gonna see with that ward that they are grouping after coming back on the Omni Slash. It'll be ready, they'll be in better position to use it. Ward won't be available this time. It's pretty great for zoning these towers, but as you can see, Herring, well aware of what's coming, they're just gonna back out. Highly unlikely to be able to save this. No point risking that Aegis for this, and that doesn't look like they want to stop though.
I mean, I really like our movement though. They spread out across the map, recognizing that they cannot defend this tower with being so low health. Obviously, go and spell a minute as well, so instead they just go to the mid lane, go to the top lane, split push a bit, farm up a bit. The jungle as well with these idle off, so get as much as you can off the map, and now losing NJ. Well, position, it was a swap used, a bit more excusable. That's another tier 2 going down. Do they stop here? Do they keep going?
Stop. I mean, you have to travel on your PL, so.
Yeah.
Damate? Found out here.
Huh. That's the Ghost Walk. They do not have detection by the looks of it. So
oh,
we'll
yeah,
keep the same.
Is he gonna get greedy?
That he'll TP out, he should be fine. Right, so looking at this game now, obviously Rave with the advantage, right? I mean, that Phantom Lance is sitting at 8.3k net worth. This is the Fuse Blade finish, so he's gonna be even more fighting effective, combat effective, I should say, than he already was.
This is terrifying. Hop on top of that Drow, hop on top of the Invoker. Oh man, like Enigma is one of those heroes too that has so many mana issues. And he has the mechanism up as well, so if he gets on top of him before he like passes the mech, I think that would be the big target.
Alright, here this Brown Yamate cold summon. Rapido can get caught on front lines. He will die first. Now you don't have the extra right click, these extra trees to play with. Down to half health. Sionix can get a couple extra right clicks off, but should really be able to finish it off. Ryo wants to keep spamming illusions here.
Yeah, still gotta respect that right click damage coming from a Drow lineup. And
yeah.
Rappy sleeps at the wheel a little there. I think he might have thought the Ninja Boogie was closer for a swap or something like that. Maybe hoping to bait some people in. Oh, but Jail, he's going! Oh, he wants it! Oh!
This would be a good Omni Slash level 2, so you can get quite a bit of damage off, but you can't really guarantee a kill with everyone grouped up that much. Ryo starting to run out of mana, Rappy's back though, they catch pushing inside this crowd here, forcing out a spell. Now even a death will be committed to make absolutely sure this here is taken out of the picture, and now Trian's up there following, taking some tower shots. They're now trying to take care of this tier 2. No fear whatsoever without the black hole in the field.
Yeah, the mech 2 is just so huge for him right now in the way these fights go. Like, the last thing Rave wants is to dive in too deep, the mech pop comes up, Broker manages to get some sort of a turnaround, like maybe he's not the one who's being focused down to mana burn. Like snagging one hero though, this whole like idea of a defense totally falls apart, and I love the way that they're just going too crazy. Like, just to travel up in your PL, there's no reason to try and go high ground right now, if any of the lanes are pushed, right? Like, just go get the free farm that's there, your Nature's Proc can head into the other wave, and you can just keep waiting out this Aegis, which only has just about 5 seconds left on it.
Definitely not enough to make anything else happen with that. I mean, Rave are getting everything they want, they're continuing to bolster up their gold. with their gold advantage here, up to 5k now. Experience a little bit more even with the way towering is spread out a bit now. They need some kills to go their way as well. They might find Jail here. TP'd into spins, so
this can be like the best fate ever.
But yeah, Rappy and Derp are here. Now Ice and Yamate, they have to be on the run. They cannot fight this alone.
Radiant's middle tower
Outnumbered in all classes, Sun as well. Middle tower being denied, so a little bit less gold going to win tower. Either Sunstrike. Oh! Ninja Boogie there. Almost dying to that actually. Wait. Meanwhile, down at the bottom lane, pushed out completely here. Will not do any chip damage to towers. Unix is here. Got that, but just be careful not to be just run down, I guess.
Well. Here's maybe some comeback potential here, right? You have the Blink Dagger up in just a moment here for Ice. If he's chasing down Rior, like if they can make some sort of a play to actually kill him on these side lanes, then delay time for the Invoker so he can get up in some of these bigger items, maybe Aghanim Scepter, a Blink Dagger, someone who can actually set up a decent AoE for the Enigma to, you know, take advantage of. And then NJ also still stuck on that level of Necro. Oh, that cask. Oh, good second forward.
Back here. Now Rappy's dead. Benefit. Now there's the Stash coming out, bringing him down. A couple of swipes on top of Necro Creeps as well. They will wrap these up. Oh, Sunstrike. Share between and Ninja Boogie and Rappy a bit, so he will not die to that, especially with the healing ward going. Another free pickup.
Alright, there were like Board Spirits, Necros, a couple of boards. That was pretty unlucky for NJ, but he was probably dead either way. Just like those Omni Slash bounces, jeez, like jail. Buy a lotto ticket or something, man.
Yeah,
we're looking pretty fine. One tower remaining. 4 heroes now rotate at the top with Rior available anytime, and you can see they're trying to set up for this play. It will be Black Hole and Finger.
It is. It gets double walk off though.
And it's like shit.
Fire, abort. Back to base. Yeah, so I should talk about the skill build of Phantom Lance. I mean, he's now starting to put points in Doppelganger, but he went for a couple of levels in stats earlier. How do you feel about that one?
I think it's kind of player dependent on the whole Phantom Rush. Some people really like it for just the non-stop possibilities of aggression, but other people feel that the stats values are more important. This game versus Invoker and the Lion, I could see that in the Midnight Pulse as well. Like maybe just having a little bit more HP with everything being burned away from you could be pretty handy.
The engagement up top is trying to deal with this push coming out. Already used the meatball on the Invoker just to deal with the creep wave. But up against Nature's Prophet, always gonna have creeps, always gonna have treants. To be to frontline for you, take some of these tower shots. This is just some 4v4 up here in the top lane, and now TP comes in. They want to fight now. Right, that's frontline. What? There's a blink, there's a hex, there's a finger of death here. Let's swap out to keep him safe. Nice start, draw to NB to die for Sin. There's an moving out, making sure that they can't really go any further, but it's not doing enough damage. With the rest of Rave also retreating, Derp might just have to give up his own life. Throws on the cast and resigns to its fate. Towering didn't get the kill that they wanted. But they get 2 other ones, at least on the support, so you can take what you can get at this stage, I think.
Oh man, they wanted that so bad on the PL, but obviously with no Blink Dagger or anything, it's pretty difficult for NJ to reach him there with the Roar, and just has to go for the Vengeful Spirit instead. That's okay. It allows them to put a little bit of pressure back on the map, maybe get out some observers of their own, because you can see these ones from Rave really paying off as they were recently put down.
Oh, it's fighting towering stuff.
Yeah, he is on
a bit of pressure. Okay, he's going to use his Yamate. All of that depends on him. Black Hole comes in. He's doing anything. There's no follow-up here. Jay protecting himself against a lot of the damage. Has the healing ward going now. Keep him alive. The Enigma dies. There's support coming in from his own team.
I mean, there wasn't even a Midnight Pulse there.
Yes. Jay will be tracked down inside the trees. Obviously, it's not a safe realm if you're up against Nature's Prophet. Trying to eat his way through here, but there's some extra sprout. Keep the vision up and running, so 3 more kills. This is how the cookie crumbles, right? You just took a good team fight. Both pushing down on bottom lane, but the Lancer will be able to take care of that. But the rest of the team, once again, puts some pressure on this last remaining tier 2 up top, which has fallen pretty damn low in that last engagement.
But rough. Like you feel like you finally get the momentum, so you try and push it into just it's tier 1, right? They're not gonna fully test, right? And then obviously they ran into a couple issues. Roshan's back up. They might be in some position to grab it. Wow, I had not sniped that she was working on that. Alright. So knowing that the push is coming, gotta be going for a Agnum Scepter Gain Lightning build, I'm sure. Come.
I've actually never seen that in a pro game. I'm really excited now. Obviously makes a lot of sense up against all these illusions.
Does it not have an animation?
Sure, it does, yeah. It's just really close to each other, isn't it?
Oh, it bounces from one to the other. Okay, it's not like Medusa. I thought they like came out at the same time. I see.
No.
So they
hits the first target
literally do
splits
splinter.
to two more.
Alright. And then it hits 2 after, is that right?
Yep.
Okay.
It's 2 after at half damage. Yeah, it's with Ravager right now. 250 damage here. Half of that's still pretty significant actually.
I mean, it is wrecking through those treants, but like the bear
They got him like in ice. Not gonna snack the agents here, Jay. Ryo picking that one up. Nice little outfits, everything. Rabbi's gone quite low, and now this Devil coming up from the high ground. Not really doing too much Onyx. Cleaning house here, Onyx left not quite as effective. Future's down just like that. They will get the Juggernaut as well. After the pop the Aegis. Oh wait, Fepton's at the Aegis. He got out. So not really benefiting from that one, so I didn't expect Towering to be able to do that without Black Hole, but they just put the damage where they needed it to.
I think it might have been because the way Rave position was very different if Black Hole was up, but it was still super good for not only the fact like the blink in from ice was super effective just because they were all grouped up in the pit where you normally wouldn't be. They had the Black Hole, and the Midnight Pulse did a lot of work that fight as well. Plus, I think the main thing was that Rior actually doppelgangered to the high ground, like right away, so he wasn't there to actually output any damage, and when he's not there, you know, not nearly as scary of a lineup, I don't think.
They will catch Rappy, or maybe it's the other way around. In 20 cents, well, they have the silence from the Orchid and Nature's Prophet. That's an easy kill though, the Invoker. Ouch.
Yeah.
Towering, they pull out these good team fights every once in a while, but then they seem to throw it away straight off the bat. Straight after.
And you see that that little bagel in Rior's kill score, the 8-0-7? He's not turning that into breadstick anytime soon, because he has got the Heart of Wrath and the Aegis and the Immortal. And he still has all 8 defusal charges. Man, this guy is skimpy. He does not just throw those away for anything.
Can you actually kill him right now?
No.
PM.
It's like Black Hole with full duration right clicks from the Drow. Here we go, look at him go!
He has no fear, not silent. He's like jumped quite low. I think that the Black Hole out of things for good. There it is, no buyback this one. Raya, well, he can just stand there for a couple of seconds, wait for a pop heal him up. He doesn't give a damn. Cancel now by these looters from the Dark Range, which is quite annoying, but still the healing one to be taken out. They did finish up tier 3 and now slowly chipping away at the racks. Now, Sionix might be in trouble here. Swap back into everyone inside of Rave, into another draw. Maybe enough phase, but they do get the stun up, they do get the death ward. Blaze of the Dark Range down the drain without buyback either, so this might be at least a set rack, maybe 2, with the top 3 way pushing it as well. Dark comes out trying their best to do the latest, but don't think they can.
Well, they have a Agnum Scepter out, so yeah, she didn't finish off the Manta, so definitely saved her life in that fight with a nice magic missile dodge, but she might be able to go into a Maelstrom if there happens to be any buildings left when she finally respawns. He must have
40 seconds.
Dagger. It's the desperation plays.
They're definitely gonna need a Black Hole to control this next set of racks here. The thing is, Star Ranger is not gonna be able to fight the extra damage now, right? It's just going to get deep, but where's that mana? They could hard blink to go blink in. Looks like Rave, they don't want to take the chance here. Just take what they got. Look at Yamate, he's dropping so low to just AMP ultimate as well as the illusion shoving away at him.
Is that an Aether Lens Venge, aka the best item in the game?
It is indeed.
Digging it.
There's also an Agnum Scepter on that Witch Doctor, so he's been slowly and quietly farming that one up without even... on top of the Arcane Boots as well, so it's not like he straight up rushed it. Also buying some support items there with a... still holding on to dust as well as smoke. Really, really good timing on that one.
Oh, well. Maybe there's a chance, right? Once the Aegis is gone. I mean, there's always a chance. So there is.
As always, yes.
You gotta believe. You know, the Invoker can get up into something a little bit bigger. I do like the Blink Dagger. I think they make it so that he can be effective in these fights. Like, the Yagnum Scepter wouldn't have done by now anyway, and it's a pretty big help. A couple more items up on our drow, you know?
It's a bit back in fact, or back in on hope maybe that Rave is overextending a bit, maybe grouping up a bit too much. The thing is, Riot is doing a really good job of trying to keep the pressure on the lane, keep the illusion, stop him to make sure that he can just blink in Black Hole a couple of heroes at a time.
So they need 30 seconds left on the Aegis, he needs to like go YOLO.
Yeah.
Get in there, man. Like, there's no way they're gonna get the follow-up kill if there's anyone else alive to be able to swap the Enigma or anything.
Yes, taking care of these Eidolons. Rax is taking a bit of damage as we have a pause coming out, which is unfortunate, but a bit of a lag spike, obviously. Not what you want in this kind of situation.
No, you certainly needs greatest combo of your life here. Can't be handling that right now.
Alright, so we'll assume Towering have timed the Aegis. Probably just waiting for it to go down, then they're gonna make their play. What's a dream scenario here? I mean, obviously a big black hole.
Ninja Boogie and Derp fall asleep with their keyboards, I guess. Because, like, the way they're playing right now, it just means, like, what are you going to do? Like, Tearing needs to go into the back line and get a double Earth Spike onto Ninja Boogie and Derp, which isn't even possible because of the way they're standing. And at the same time, Ling needs that 3-man black hole that you can see there. And Sionix just has to, like, right-click down Rior. And he still has the Aegis, though, so you finally do that, and I feel like he's just going to come back and kill all of you.
Well, game is hard. Game is very hard as we head back into it. Oh, looks like Rave just want to say, alright. Maybe they had some more fearful scenarios in their heads than we did in ours, so just gonna leave it be for the time being. Knowing that the age is gonna expire now, so... that was the moment the Towering would have gone for if Rave was still up on the high ground as it stands, so just gonna, once again, go back to farming, try with these boots of travel, very effective through all these entire matches to get 16.6k net worth. What is he going for next? Just a straight up butterfly, take up more? Or Manta Style, maybe?
Yeah, no, that could, I'd be pretty down with the butterfly, honestly. Even a blink, frankly, for Rior, I think would be kind of sick. But he still has the Rewa Quilla too, so you could eventually sell that to grab a blink if this game ends up going that long. But I feel like we just get some of those backlines that, like, without having to use his doppelganger and he gets on top of them, what are they even gonna do with how tanky he is right now? I just feel like there would be no answer. Especially if he ends up, like, if he gets the Aegis and he just hit a blink or something. I don't know how you kill him. Well, we'll see. You got a couple different options you can go for.
Even if they can bring the damaging control on top of him, there's still Ninja Boogie. This Vengeful Spirit always standing just close enough behind Rior to be able to swap him out at any moment. Then all of the stuff that you use to try and bring down his Phantom Lancer kind of goes to waste, because then we're sure maybe you get Ninja Boogie. But that doesn't really matter. The Phantom Lancer is just gonna heal up from the heart. Moments later, it's just gonna wreck your face.
Radiant structures.
Yeah, exactly. Like, Ninja Boogie might even get out, potentially, like, depending on positioning that it actually is in, and they've really were to heal him up too, and they just go back in, but here we go, they're gonna try something here.
Have a spin in the middle.
Oh, Invoker though.
Oh, right kicks in.
Radiant's
Hey, he's up on the top lane, TPing back now, but tier 3's, tier 1 top, actually. It's gonna fall, so that one was still up. Bit of extra gold going to Towering. We can take a look at buybacks. And they have some available here. Drow has it, same for the Invoker, same for the Enigma, so the important targets out. Now there's like raw onto Jail. Didn't do anything after the Meatball comes down. It's well still. Collective damage onto Jail, perhaps it's Black Hole on the back end. Absolutely everyone with the death stands still from the death board. Doing so much work. Yamate, next one on the list. He will fall and they need to start buying back here. Want to hold those racks. The Black Hole is down. This was one of the big controlling fights. Yeah, Riot is still alive. Juggernaut doesn't even matter as much at this stage, but
they're playing a lot of
miles so safe. Ranger. Yeah. Looks like they're respecting the split shots Maelstrom. time being.
No point continuing that fight, really, without your Juggernaut and your Vengeful Spirit there, so forced out the buybacks. It's a win there, books. But also for Tearing, a little bit of success. The fact that they are still in the game, which is probably more than they might have expected coming into that fight. Big black hole now from Ling, and won't have that for another 150 seconds. He, as most Enigmas kind of do these days, he doesn't go for the extra points in it, but it does mean the cooldown doesn't shorten at all. It starts to hurt you as you're getting up and up towards like level 16. He might have to start going back into it for these, you know, consecutive defense. Rear decide on, yeah, he is going for that butterfly. Right. So that will be next on the list. Rappy here. Got the Orchid, the Eggman Scepter. Not looking too good here for the side of Tearing.
Gift from the garden.
Dragon Drop? Uh-oh.
Ah, God. What?
Oh, you're back. Okay, I was just like...
I was hitting the cuff button and then I forgot to press it. But I'm back, yeah. The army approach is here. Bottom lane.
You're here for when it matters.
Killable. Yeah. Hashtag production value. Yeah, there it is. They're just slowly but surely chipping away. I mean, it's kind of annoying to deal with all these summons as well on the creepers spawning. Because it's restricting your movement, right? If nothing else. Even your own treants. It kind of make it hard to go on a target if you want to, even with the Phantom Rush, even with the Doppelganger. Get unlucky there. Now the Ice Walls are kicking down as well. And none of the other lanes are really pushing in far enough to keep towering back for the time being. Middle lane is still starting to do it. Yamate, oh, swapped out, you're standing! What the hell was he doing there? You're just standing there on the stairs. Now they almost bring down Ninja here. They will pick up extra right clicks on the ball, but there's the block on Fire here. Can they bring it down in time? Yes, they can with follow back. High back and TP in if necessary. Yes,
oh, nice
decent amount of damage, but he has to blink out. He dies. 2 for 2 trade here, but they do get that big hero off the board finally in Draw Ranger. Getting that gold, so all of a sudden, an NKB might be on the list.
I'm not surprised, considering they know that the Invoker bought back. I'm kind of surprised Rior's not buying back, but I guess he really just wants to get into that butterfly. And again, there's no point risking it. You're definitely going to win this game. Like, there's still like a 90% chance you win this, so you don't have to go too crazy. And doing things like immediate buyback to try and end it is one of those ways that you can just lose if they get another, like, they actually do use the black hole, let's say, and kill you on your buyback.
Yeah.
That's my favorite stab in the whole game. Oh, my beast stab against the Natty.
Oh, TP on, oh no, the TP onto the tree, it will be denied. Phantom Lancer is not going to be here anytime soon for this fight. So Towering a bit of extra space to try and deal with the chance for Rave can really go in. This spin from Jay, we really want to deploy them. Then Jay not quite looks that. This comes to the fadeaway into the hold up the smash. That Roshan, Jay dropping low, but so thick. The fight is real. Ninja Boogie back. Now the Yorick, nice death ward outside the pit. 3 heroes are down just like that. The other second on the list. We'll get the Roshan though, we'll get the Aegis, but he should die a second time here. Not a blink tag, but there's Yamate in the back. Can he provide the control? Maybe. Class of 3, but Sionix.
Yo, Yamate's dead.
This is
he's out of there.
This was almost really good now. Actually, they catch Yamate here. They don't have the detection though. Not quite yet. Derp, dust on cooldown. They see it now. They have a gem, so well, they don't even need the dust. Yamate will end up falling, making the 5-man wipe. Forced to buy back as well. Draw Ranger just to defend this top lane. Pushed in by the trains. Yeah, story of the game maybe for Towering. I mean, they take a good team fight, then they kind of throw that away right after.
Yeah. Close though.
It's close. I mean, Raya, he was tipping to one of these treants. They got cleaned up pretty heavily with him going into the pit, so he wasn't there initially for the fight. But
Oh
it's
yeah,
a
it
bit
would have
worrying.
been way different. You can see Ling though, to be fair, if he was lining up for the black hole anyway, if he did come in, there probably would have been like the immediate doppelganger into the dodge of the black hole, and he probably would have been really sad, but...
Yeah. I mean,
Alright.
Wolf almost said if Towering would have stopped committing to the Roshan, and instead went out to fight them, to fight Rave, without the Phantom Lancer. Even with the black hole, I mean, they would probably had a chance. I mean, the stack as Ryo is, I don't think he would just go 1v5. The rest of his team's kind of sent packing.
Alright, well, once again, and top lane, it is still the melee that's surviving, so that's probably the only reason they're actually win this. Like, if they could sneak, like, right now, I feel like he's just TP and kill it from Rapey. Rappy, rather. Sorry, Rappy.
It's a bit of a more offensive way to say his name, I suppose.
That was brutal. But he's just, like, sending in a trance right now, and if he was to just... I think there's so many Nature's Prophet players that would TP right on top of that right now and just, like, blink into the trees and give his team a chance to just clean up bottom at the same time. Like, they're not splitting enough.
Just literal space creation, man. Ryo also not really committing to this range right, it's just...
If they got a treants on it, they're gonna lose that melee.
Yeah, they'll lose range down there as well. Kind of split the focus here, one set of racks. There's the TVX, huh? Just take down, but the racks up dead anyway. And Rave just falling back again. They even have to cheese on Phantom Lancer, so Ryo picked that one up. Interestingly enough, so... And it's Link Hex. So follow up, he doesn't care, that's raw, there's Death Ward on the side.
Oh my god, he's dead for it.
You look at the canvas! Top of the canvas, here instead, just like that. Ryo not even touched by this. Complicated across the gas from the ceilings. He will fall a second time. This is GG right now.
Yeah.
We'll get the 5-man wipe with this crowd blink as well. Makes his way back to base, I suppose.
God damn, the doctor is in. Dirk with the insane plays. Like the last 4 fights, the death wars have been unreal. They have totally saved some of the fights that were going like more late, and then they also just totally vented the lead. Like, they looked good that whole fight, and Rior, props to him. 11. Wow, that's a nice little score right there. 1-1-1-1-1. He's like writing code or something. So well played by Rave.